Hello everybody. This is Loki from. I hope that everybody's having a good day. It's a Memorial Day weekend, so figure Paranormal Cryptids Channel there would do a special. Oh, Paranormal and Cryptids. We're gonna have us a grow channel tonight. See about helping some channels grow. I'm all about helping other channels grow and get bigger. Want to give a shout out there to Through the Veil, Beyond the Veil, Holly's Lord, David Tier, the Backyard UFOologist, David Bingman, the Venomous Fringe, Big Deal. Uh, you got the South Cax, that's Dustin and Lisa. They've got a good channel too. Uh, KPT Brandon, Ghost Hunter J. I'm thinking he changed his name out. Yep, there we got. There's so many Ripley's Ghostly Adventures. Hello there, Kaylin. How you doing there, buddy? They got Mandy's I can't remember her name, dang it. Memories. Hey there, cat. How you doing? Nah, I'm just not wearing a shirt, that's all. No nakey for me. My God. But we'll get a shout out there to truck drivers, delivery people, first responders, firefighters, police, our service people overseas and in the United States. We all appreciate it. So what's happening there, Cat? How you doing there, Colin? Let's see if we can get this party started. Yeah, I don't like wearing a shirt. I sit around without a shirt and barefoot all the time. But thank you there, Cat. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday night. God bless you. Let's see if we get this. I'm going to put a video up. So what you been doing there, Colin? Callan, I'm sorry. All right, we can load up a video now. My God.
No matter who you are or where you are, you can achieve your career goals at
Hello over there, fam. This is Clown Paranormal Posse. I'm doing an unscheduled investigation. I haven't used the Wonder Box down here before. So I've been here a couple of times in the past. But we're coming back again, bringing the Wonder Box. I'm going to try a live stream. Uh, keep your earphones on. If you hear anything, hey, comment below. How you doing, Hannah? See anything? God bless you. real regular. I've got videos of red orbs out here. There's at one point I was out here one night
If
by
y'all want to hit
myself.
that thumbs up.
Something hit the boardwalk under my feet and made me come completely up off the deck.
All righty there,
Never
guys.
did
I
figure
hope
out
you
what
have
the
fun
fuck
with
the
your
world
walk,
done.
bro.
They're pretty stout.
Hey, y'all want to hit
Well,
that thumbs up. I'd rather
well,
get
good,
the
thanks,
thumb
sir.
than the finger, by God.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
hope you'll be back again soon
Follow
there,
me on
Kyler.
Twitter. Hey. All right. Shout out there to Glam Bunny, Fox Adventures,
What you been
JBD,
doing,
Camel
Hannah?
Man 73, Holly's Lore, Beyond the Veil, Through the Veil, All Things Paranormal Leslie, Show Me the Light, David Vingman, David Tier, the Backyard UFOologist. What's up here, Doobie? Let me get this whole party started up here. So let's do us our live stream spirit box. In the past, we have got some rather startling results off of SB7 and necrophonics here. So this time, the Wonder Box.
Oh, so what you been doing there, Hannah? There you go.
And as usual, I got my peanut butter bottle. Alrighty. We'll be I'm using the necrophonics app through the Wonder Box. One of these days, I'm actually going to experiment and see if I can get the Wonder Box to work without the necrophonics.
Chicken and ham, huh? Oh, chicken and ham's good. I still prefer peanut butter, Hannah. Oh.
Hello. Hey. How are y'all doing? How many of y'all are here tonight? How many ghosts are here tonight? You said demon, okay.
Hello there, Hannah.
All right.
So how you been doing, Hannah?
So there's two demons here? How many ghosts are here? I had ghosts. How many ghosts? And this is twice. So I asked how many ghosts are here. They say demons. Is anyone here? Here. Here. Demons. All right. How many demons are here? 8. How many demons are here? Huh?
Why do the same glasses cost so much less on glassesusa.com than at the store? The thing is...
There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to cover both cryptid and the paranormal. That name works better.
5.
Yeah, well, we still the posse.
Is there any human spirits here? Hey, go sit down, brother. Sit on in the stool over there. You sit on the invent store at the end, bro. How many human spirits are here?
Hey, there you go. That's a focus item.
I still getting feedback.
That's,
I'm afraid.
yeah, Papa got his spinach. I got my peanut butter. My God.
All right. Who wants to talk? They don't mean any harm. Listen. We listen. All right. Listen. You have a message to say?
All right there, Hannah.
You have a message
Yeah, have
for
a
us?
good one. Right there, Hannah. We'll talk to you later.
You have a message for us? Death? What do you mean death? What do you mean death? What do you mean death? What did you mean death? Demon. Do you know who I am? Can you understand? Yes, can you understand? Do you know who I am? What's my name? What's my name? His name, God. All right, sorry, little. I'm trying. Just trying to get back. Sorry. What do you mean, God? Y'all believe in God? So you don't believe in God? Okay. Does that mean you believe in Satan? Y'all want to go to heaven? You want to go to heaven? Oh, I'm pretty satanic church fraud my wonder box. Hello. All right. I'm trying to figure out what's going on because this thing just quit working. I'm just checking the connections out. It was working. All of a sudden it just stopped. This shit started from that Satan's church. I think they robbed my damn wonder box.
Hey, Julie, it's a raid.
All right. Hello. Hey. I know human spirits are here. Two. Come on. I want to talk tonight. Are we in any danger? No. So y'all don't believe? So y'all don't believe in God yet? Hi. Can you light that meter up? All right. Can you touch this green dot? Can you touch that green dot? Stop it. Stop it. There is something down there. You keep looking, you might go around and see it, dude. Can you touch that green light? Well, you must not want me to leave, then. Oh, it started lighting up. Well, you must not want me to leave, then, do you? Die. Do you want me to leave? Please. You want me to leave and leave? You want me to leave and Doobie stay here by himself? Good, no. You want Doobie to leave and leave me here by myself? Yeah. You want me to be here by myself then? Do you want me to stay here by myself and Doobie go back to the car? I said I can't stand him. You see that meter lighting up? So you lit the meter up because that means you don't like me? Does that mean you can't stand me? So if you could hurt me, would you? Yes. So Touch the light every time you say, your answer is yes. You touch the light and make that meter light up. Okay? If you could hurt me, would you? Do you want to hurt me? And you can see there's no devices around close enough to set this meter off. So we outside, there's no electricity. So if you can hurt me, would you? Are you trying to protect me then? Yes. Does that mean there's something else here that wants to hurt me? You hear the dog barking? There's no house back there. Is there something here that wants to hurt me? Touch the light. Yeah. Are we in danger right here? Touch the light. The answer is yes. Touch that green light. See where my thumb is? Do you want me to leave? Do you like me and Doobie being here? Do y'all like me and Doobie? Say hi, Doobie. Hi. Hey. We want to be friends. You want to be our friends? Okay. So close. What? Red. Y'all want to be friends then? That's good. See, they said they won't be friends. Thanks for answering. I like coming here and talking to y'all. You like me coming here and talking to you? Do you like me coming here and talking to you? Why is the dog barking? Touch the light, the green light for yes. Touch the green light for yes. Do you like us coming and visiting with you? You touch the green light for yes. You want us to leave and never come back? Is it up again? So you want us to leave and not come back anymore? Oh, make it go. Oh, make it go in red. Touch that green light. So maybe you just want us to come back once in a while. You mind if we come over here and talk once in a while to you? Sure. Can I come talk to you once a month? Huh? If you're a demon, touch that green light and make your light. If you're a demon, touch that green light. Demons are coming through, I believe. Well, show me. Show me your power. Touch that green light. Are you a demon? No, no. Are you a mean person? Did, did, was you a mean person in real life? Was you a good person in life? Hey, dog, you said dog. Is there a dog around here? Do you know what a dog man is? Yeah. Is there something around here that walks on two legs like a man but got the head of a dog? Said yes. And the meter lit up. It's staying lit up too. Thank you for answering. So there was a dog. So there was a big hairy two-legged thing that walks around like a man with the head of a dog here. You can touch the green light. Is there any big tall creatures that walk around on two legs out here then? Any other kind? No. Do you know what a Bigfoot is? To the left. Do you know what a Dogman is? Oh shit, it lit up again. You do know what a Dogman is. They can't come. So are you trying to protect us from a Dogman? Yes, yes, yes. You know what a Bigfoot is? How about a Wendigo? You know what a Wendigo is? Oh, this is gonna be good. Do you know what a skinwalker is? No. So you've never heard of a skinwalker? But you have heard of a Dogman then. Touch the green light for yes. 12. Does that mean there's 12 Dogmen around here? Is there a bunch of Dogmen around here? 2 of them. They hear barking across the wonder bunch. So there's 2 Dogmen here. Touch the green light for yes. Touch that green light. Is there 2 Dogmen here? They might not. I'm sorry I'm bugging you. You probably don't even know what a Dogman is. You don't know what a Dogman is, do you? Is there something that lives under this bridge? Huh? Is there something big and hairy that lives under the bridge? Well, I knocked the board up under my feet that night and made me clear the ground. Do you know what that was? Set a trap. That was a trap set for me? So there's something out here wants to hurt me then. Mm-mm-mm. Whoever's out here that wants to hurt me, do you like peanut butter? You like peanut butter? Do you like eggs? Please? There's that glowing red light that moves around out here.
Hey, Vixen, what's happening?
No. So is there something else beside the glowing? Oh, it's lighting up. Is there something else beside what that red light that won't hurt me? It's got you. So it's another demon then that won't hurt me, not the red one. So the demon that's out here, the demon that wants to hurt me, is he powerful?
Hey, hope you're having a good day there, Vixen. Happy Memorial Day to all weekend to everybody.
Come on. Touch the green light for yes, or say yes to the Wonder Box. Are y'all trying to protect me? Huh? Is Tom good or bad? Wait, is Tom good? Touch the green light. Is Tom a demon? Is Tom a demon? Touch the green light. Is Tom evil? Is Tom good? Has Tom been trying to help me? Whoa, that was clear. Is Tom my spirit guide? Touch the green light and say, let me know. Is Tom my spirit guide? Is Tom attached to me? Is Tom
hello, Betty.
some way?
I'm doing a spirit box session in a swampy park area.
Yes. Shit.
Hey.
So how is Tom connected to me? Has Tom been trying to help me?
Welcome to the family there, Betty. Thanks for coming by.
So Tom don't like me, does he? Tom don't like me? That's a yes. Does Tom want to hurt me? Does Tom want to hurt me? Sorry, something turned my camera off. So Tom wants to hurt me then. Touch the green light. Does Tom want to hurt me? Does Tom want to help me? Lit up again. Why does Tom keep following me around for? Why does Tom keep following me around? Huh? Is Tom weak? Is Tom strong? Is Tom smart? Is Tom the one that set the trap for me? No, Tom didn't set the trap. Has Tom been trying to get me to help him? Has Tom been trying to get help? Does anybody out here need help? Touch the green light for yes. Does anybody out here want help? Y'all like it out here by yourself? Yes, yes. So that bothers you when I come out here and talk to you? Stop. Touch the green light for yes. Does it bother you when I come out here and talk to you? God, Weston, please. Do y'all love God? Light lit up here. It lit up. Y'all, please. Y'all love Jesus? Jesus. God. Do you accept Jesus as your Savior? They say God. Can you see the white light? Do you want to move on to heaven? Do you need help finding the white light? Yes. You know I can bring the white light to you if you need me to, huh? Want me to bring the white light for you? Okay, yeah. Touch the green light. Touch the green light for yes. You want me to get the white light for you? Take that crypto. Is there cryptids around here? Is there really a Dogman around here? Y'all said two. Touch the green light. There's two Dogmen here. Nope. Do you want my Do you want my help? Do you want my help?
I'm stopping right there on the video portion from the camera. This is Clown's Paranormal Posse. Family matters, it's everything for us. Hit that bell there. Join the posse. Never know what we'll be doing next. Be on panel, do lives, do investigations. We're going to join that posse there. We can sit there and bring you the best content we know how. We share out videos. I'll fix to go to the live stream portion of this investigation now. Thanks everybody for watching. Hey, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're having a great night. I'll see y'all in the few, and I'm starting up the live stream portion now. Hey. Hey DJ, what's happening? Say the house looks like the Addams family. That'd be cool there, Vixen. Hey. Doing good there, DJ. How you doing, man? Hope you're having an awesome weekend, bro. Alrighty. Yep. So what's going on, Betty? Oh. Awesome. Hey, glad you're doing good there, DJ. Hey. Yep. Somewhere the first of this month coming up. You done with school? Great. Yeah, can't beat that, man. Can't beat that with a stick. Somewhere the first of the month. I've got 2 collabs lined up. As things change, but one of them gonna be a surprise. The other one, yeah, they gonna be a surprise. I'll leave it at that. But I've got 2 collabs coming up. Oh, Chris, my God. You missed the hello Tom. What's happening, bro? Yeah, Chris. In that spirit box session, the damn spirit said there's 2 dogmen around over there where I was at. But Ghost was saying that there's 2 dogmen there. We was hearing a big dog sound, howling type sound, and they're coming from the distance. We was there in the swamp, or in a swampy area. Hey, what's happening there, Ryan? We got the Venomous Fringe here, by God. Well, I ain't see nothing or smell anything. Doobie didn't see nothing or smell anything. It might would indicate a dog man. But when I asked the spirit box if there was dog men there, they were saying yes. They said there was 2 of them. And I asked if you know what dog man is, and they said of course. Ooh, we got Chris in the house. My God. Ooh. Thanks for coming, everybody. Ryan saw the video there, Chris, where I went to Cobb Cemetery, and I asked if demons out there if they knew what a Wendigo was, and they went to screaming and cutting up. And when I asked if they knew what a skinwalker was, they really went to bugging up, getting all sound like they was scared. That cemetery got 2 witches buried in it, so I guess there's a connection somehow or another. They've heard of skinwalkers. So, from a spiritual perspective, asking spirits, I can ask if it's a large two-legged thing and walk around like a man, but hairy and have a head like a dog. And they've seen it. They can confirm it, yes or no. Hey, yeah, a Wendigo. Hey, not quite as big as a Winnebago, though. By God. Hey, thank you there, Vixen. Hey, appreciate it. Uh, that's right. He's a Sooner. Hey, he'd sooner be a skinwalker. By God. See, I got the idea for this because Ron was telling me that dogmen have been spotted around by cemeteries a lot. So I got to think about if dogmen are going around by cemeteries. Oh, cool. That's awesome, DJ. Yep. I've got this month coming up. I'll have a collab with All Things Paranormal Leslie and Let Something Happens. And be going to Mississippi. We'll have a collab going there with Ghosts of Mississippi. Ghost there has got access to an old abandoned church. And he actually got it on video of a spirit materializing in front of him. You can make out features and stuff on it. But that church there rocks. It's the FBI again. My God. It was Chris, huh? All righty. Let me see. Yep. There you go. He's innocent until proven guilty, huh? Hey, why does he pay you off in there, Chris? Red crayons? I got. By God. All right. Yep. Yeah, I like this last episode you done on the Venomous Fringe there. With second star there. That was wicked. Ooh, anybody want to come up on panel?
I should be making a video sometime this week.
Nice. So you so you're not going on this one then?
The last time I wrote it down, it was 123 over 95. The day before that, it was 146.
Suplex City, by God. Yep. So when you gonna do another video, DJ?
122 over 91. You know, it's been going like down. I checked it a while ago, and it's 107 over 107. 107 over 80.
There you go. I got you hooked up right there, Ryan. Oh. Hey, we got all kind of red crap. We got colors up here to work with, Ryan. Dudleyville are all on the travel plans. All right, let's go back to share our video. Hell yeah. You wouldn't know how to act. I like the design they make. All right. I'll get another video going here. Let me take one. Hey, blue is a good color. There's some of the areas. Ron sent me this. The Cobb Cemetery is right there in Baker, Florida. That's where something growled at us that night. I stayed right around here by Escambia County. I better look through here, find a place to go to that's close by, and do some Bigfoot hunting. Look at there, Okaloosa County, Class A. I'm in Okaloosa County. They had a sighting of a Sasquatch into the interstate at Crestview, Florida. Is about 45 minutes from me. So it looked to me like the next Bigfoot hunt I'll be going to Crestview.
They're not really saying if they had found the body. What they're saying is somebody anonymous has come in over there to Crestview and told him that 3 people poisoned him for a week. Okay, if they poisoned him for a week, that means he's dead. So we want to know where his body is.
All righty, I been finding something to share out here. Let's see.
It's Jesse James Tucker, and I've got some big news. There's a new South Beach.
Hell, let's see. I'm going to start one up by the Venomous Fringe now. Let's take a little break. Everybody gets set up. I had an idea. How do you think that would work, Ron? Maybe to try to do spirit box sessions and try to locate in the woods where a Bigfoot would be at, or a Dogman. Go to the woods, see if them spirits could guide me in. If spirits around, everybody would tell me where they at. I don't think nobody's tried that one before. I got to get some snake-proof boots first.
You're listening to The Venomous Fringe, Cryptids and Paranormal, with hosts Chris Fringe and Ryan Trombley. Join them as they dive into the macabre of our world and dive into the madness and the mysteries that lie above it.
Hey there, Gabriel. How you doing?
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Venomous Fringe.
You're from Peru.
Chris Fringe, and joining me this evening is a scenario
Greetings from
two
Peru.
Idaho researchers who've had Bigfoot and Dogman encounters, respectively.
We're here
Now,
in
tonight's
the United
part
States.
one of 2 parts that we're going to be doing.
Do you know
with these 2 guests,
any American
because
English?
The encounters are so long that they even go and exceed an hour. And it's also pretty cool because they
Hey,
have
que
more
pasa?
encounters to talk about, but it also involves other people and some other discussion as well. So we're going to divide it into 2 parts, with tonight being part 1 of their report. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode because it's pretty interesting. A lot of these reports that we're going to be hearing about tonight are pretty complex, and to me, freak me out a bit. So you're up, folks. It's good to see you all here again. Hope you all are doing well. I want to thank you all for the patience for this upload. Unfortunately, I had lost a family member this past week, as well as on top of that, I also had some time constraints. But overall, here we are with another episode, and I hope you guys enjoy it. See you guys at the end of this interview. Joining me right now on the Venomous Fringe is Tiberius and Lobo. Lobo, Tiberius, welcome to the Venomous Fringe. How are you guys this evening?
Well, there is a difference.
Well, first and foremost, guys,
Vixen,
you guys are doing pretty
hey.
well. I'm glad to have you guys here.
Australians say mate, we say bud. Hey, Canada, they say buddy.
And you guys had a lot to share this evening. So one of the things I want to get into first is, where did it all begin? And what I mean,
you're right, though, Vixen.
Point for you getting into the whole cryptid space. Was it through encounters? Was it through?
My Spanish is
or was it by slight interest?
hablo el poco español.
Experiences that I've had since I was a young child. Yeah, mine as well. Mine was from an experience that happened when I was camping here in Idaho, and just from there it really sparked my
welcome to the family there, Gabriel.
And cryptids and all that.
Familia.
So that's our own separate story. We also, just by chance, we met and we found out we both were into the same thing, and it just kind of blew up from there. And we've had some pretty awesome encounters and some pretty intense things happen to us both. And we've done a lot of stupid things with this too. Yeah.
Things always tend to happen with stupid things, right?
That's it. Thanks so much there, Julie. Thanks,
I mean,
Vixen.
personally, it's always good to connect with other people out there who are in the same interests and at least have history and know what to talk about, especially if it goes by. But I want to go ahead and throw both of you guys separately, individually asking about encounters and what you guys have seen one-on-one and collected. So I'm going to start with you, Lobo. Now, so Lobo, I'm going to start with you first. What were the first encounters in the unknown?
Well, my first one that really opened up my eyes was on a camping trip, that happened in 2000, I would say 13, around there. And this is in Idaho, in the area known as Redfish or Stanley. It's a beautiful area full of mountains and streams and huge lakes, hidden lakes, pine trees, just a vast area. And I've always loved watching Bigfoot shows, like in search of when I was a kid, and I was intrigued by it. So I always suspected or even thought it was a possibility that Bigfoot was out there. And so I go camping, and this is me, my wife, my daughter. She's about 1 year old, and I take my 2 nieces, and we go up camping to Redfish Lake, and we get to the ranger station to take it. This is like my first time really going on a straight up tent up in the mountains, with just firewood and just just having a good time, you know. And there's not really any people out there. So I go out there and we go to this ranger station to get a map and just to find out like a good place to go. And the ranger tells me, he says, hey, you know what? There's a Bigfoot camera crew out here that are searching for Bigfoot. And I'm like, what? And this is the ranger telling me. And he's kind of saying it like at a low voice, like, you know, to keep it on the DL. And so I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, there's been some campers that have been reporting seeing Bigfoot out there. So they have a camera crew that's searching the mountains. And it was exciting, right? And I was like, wow, I'm like, that's cool. And so we go to this campsite that's kind of away from everybody. And we're walking around, me and my wife, my daughter, and our nieces, and we're just messing around. I'm like, hey guys, I've heard that if you do a loud yell, you know, that and this was the second day. We got there in the evening, and, you know, pitched our tent and all that. We slept, and then the second day was when we started hiking. And so I said, hey, you know what? They said if you yell, that Bigfoot will yell back, and we were just messing around. So there was nobody out there, right? And so I just yelled, and we waited, and everybody's laughing, and then we hear this massive yell just bellow through the valley coming from it seemed like it was miles out there. And everybody were in shock. We were like, no way, that had to have been a person. But it was so loud. And me, you know, I'm going, man, I screamed pretty loud. And this thing, I couldn't even take it if I had a loudspeaker, it seemed like. So we got pretty scared. Everybody's like, oh my God, something just screamed back. So then I grabbed the stick and I hit it on the tree 3 times. I'm like, I've seen him do this. And I did it. And sure enough, we heard the boom back coming way out in the valley. And so my wife was like, okay, that's enough, let's go. So we go back to our tent, and you know, and things are cool. This is in the daytime. And the first night, we had a bunch of deer that would come literally into the camp, and we would feed them marshmallows by hand. They come so close, and you can give them marshmallows, and they'd come with little babies, just the cutest thing. And so this night, there was no deer, not one deer, there was no birds, nothing, and it was really creepy. And so, you know, we thought that was strange, and we ended up, you know, we pitched 2 tents, my wife and I and our baby in one, and my 2 nieces in the other. We're separated about 10 feet, and so we go to sleep. You know, it's a great night, and we're woken probably like at 2 in the morning, and this is about July or August. And so we wake up about 2 in the morning. A growl woke us up. It woke me up, and it was a huge growl, and it sounded like it was right in between our tents, like I could feel it in my chest. And I woke up. I didn't say a word, and my wife said, "Did you hear that?" She woke up too. I said, "I heard that." And then we heard it again, just this huge growl, and it was just, I don't know. I can't explain it. It was so deep that you could feel it. And then all of a sudden she said, "Hey, did you fart?" She goes, "It smells so bad." And I'm like, "I didn't fart." And that's when I noticed like the smell was just putrid. It was the worst smell I've ever smelled. And so I told her, I think it's Sasquatch, Bigfoot. And so I grabbed my flashlight, and I unzipped the tent really slowly, and I dove out, did my ninja roll, and I sweeped the whole area with the flashlight. There was nothing there. And it was like it was gone. Whatever it was there 1 second, and it was gone. He either camouflaged or hid or walked off so quietly or something that I know that a growl woke me up. And then the smell that was right there, and then we didn't hear noise after that. So then we grabbed the nieces, and we all slept in one tent that night, and we took off early the next morning because we were just not gonna take a chance on whatever it was. So that was my first encounter of something that I believe was a Bigfoot. And you know, here in Idaho, people don't know this, but Idaho is the Pacific Northwest. You know, we think of Oregon and Washington. If you Google it, Idaho is the Pacific Northwest. So it's just mountains, pine trees, lakes, just an amazing vast area that's a lot of it's unexplored. And so that was my first experience, and that's what kind of set me off to really dig into it and pursue it.
You know, it's interesting that event like that in an area in Campton-wise, notoriously for Bigfoot, like encounters that happen. I think it's also crazy to make mention too that a park ranger, I mean, maybe crazy is a little bit of an exaggeration, but interestingly, that a park ranger would mention something of that nature, especially, makes me wonder sometimes that for some of them out there that know a better thing or two, it's pretty good, but I also think as a reminder, but that also would catch curiosity too. When you were when you were at this campsite though, and when you had heard that growl, do you believe that that was possibly the Bigfoot not retaliating, but kind of just making notion that it's there and that it heard your scream?
I really do believe that. I believe that it heard me, and either if it knew that I was messing around with it, or maybe it was just ticked off that I was doing that. But I really do believe that it singled me out and followed me somehow to my tent and waited till it was sleeping to come and make itself known. And that's part of the reason why we left, because I was like, this is really weird that this thing that yelled from 2 miles away would be at my tent that same night. That was really creepy, and I was like, there's something up with that. We gotta go. And so we took off.
And following this, you had a different perception, I believe. Basically, I would take the whole nature and knowing that there's something out there that is pretty strong.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a kid growing up, I grew up. I lived all over. I was born in California, raised in Idaho. I've been raised in Texas several years of my life. I've lived in Nebraska. I've lived in North Carolina. So my uncle, who's actually, I have a lot of family from Michigan, and my uncle Roy is from Michigan, and he moved to Texas, and he would tell me stories when he was in Texas, and this is Hays County. I don't know if any of our listeners are familiar with Josh Turner, but he lives in Travis County, Austin, and I live in the same area, just outside of Austin in Hays County, which is the Blanco River, San Marcos, where Dogman is really notorious over there. And my uncle told me a story about a Bigfoot when he was a kid. And just to be real, he says that he was driving on those back roads in Texas in Hays County, and it's really swampy over there. A lot of reeds, the rivers, the trees that just make this crazy canopy where you don't even see sunlight. But he's driving over there, and he's in the passenger side. And he says him and his friends are driving around smoking weed as teenagers, and they pull up on this little dirt road and they stop. And he says they're smoking weed and they're laughing, telling jokes, teenagers do. And he says on the passenger side of his window that was down, he said there was reeds, and he said they all heard a loud noise and all looked, and right where his window was at, 2 hands separated the reeds, and the Bigfoot stuck his head and looked at everybody in the car, and then let the reeds go back and got back up and walked away, and they drove off in a hurry, and they told people, but they dismissed it because they were getting high, they were smoking weed. But that's his story to me. When I was a little kid, when I lived in Hays County, he would tell me those things, and so that's what. And then so I believe, like, man, if you have to get some truth, there's got to be, Bigfoot out here. And then coming back and forth to the Pacific Northwest, to Texas, back and forth, and I had my experience in 2013. So that's what really gave me a new perspective.
That's also another interesting case too, and I don't know if you out of that being thought, there often has been some sort of discussion about how certain odors can perhaps maybe have an effect on such a creature that might take it as negative. And do you think possibly that Bigfoot that you're about that sighting of was possibly curious of the odor or was trying to get the kid out of the area?
Yeah, I would think that the curiosity of the smell and the noise and the kids laughing and having fun. And the funny thing is, my uncle told me how it just really, he said it almost traumatized him to see it right by his face and for it to just to open the reeds but everybody was looking, but it was just a couple feet away from his face. And he says he locked eyes with it and it looked, he says he felt like it was sizing him up and everybody in the car because it looked at them all and then it just went away. And so I think maybe it was curious and maybe it was a territorial thing, you know. And so I'm not 100% sure, but I would see it as a territorial and a curiosity thing.
I would agree with that as well. What would you think of the two with, besides Bigfoot, how about any cases of Dogman? You know, I know that you mentioned anything with Sasquatch, but now too with Bigfoot, like Dogman. Have you yourself seen anything related to that nature, or as you mentioned, Dogman briefly with Texas, have you heard anything necessarily of the Dogman?
Actually, I have, but back in those days, my family called it the Wolfman. They didn't call it the Dogman. And the first, the thinking back when I was a kid, you know, living over there in East County, my grandma and my grandfather used to travel a lot, and so they lived in Michigan for a long time. And my grandma, she told me when she lived in Michigan, this is, I think it's, she lives around Saginaw, northern Michigan. But she told me that 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 the Wolfman in Michigan would eat the homeless people. And I'm a little kid, and we lived in Hayes County. She's telling me this, and I remember something sparked that conversation. Somebody brought up the werewolf, and somehow my grandma brought up stories about when she was a kid living in Michigan that the Wolfman, everybody believed in the Wolfman in that little town, and the Wolfman would eat homeless people that would travel on the train, any homeless people who would move into the town that would sleep on the outskirts of the town, that the Wolfman would eat them, and nobody filed complaints or nobody was there to miss them because they, you know, they didn't have any family or whatever, and the Wolfman would get them. And so that, she told me that when I lived in Hayes County. And when I lived there, me and a friend of mine were having a sleepover. We, in my living room, we had one of those couches that turned into beds, and we were sitting on that bed and we're watching TV. I think it was a scary movie or something. And my grandpa's room was right by the living room, and we were, you know, either we were hiking ourselves up or something. But when it came time to go to sleep, I do distinctly remember hearing the creaking on the porch. We heard the creak. We both looked. There was nothing there. We started talking again. He looked again, and he screamed. He screamed really loud. And my grandpa came running out, and he said, like, what the hell's the matter? You know, he's mad. And my friend said a baboon looked through the window. He said it was a baboon, and my grandpa was very paranoid man. He had, you know, the alarm systems in the house. He had guard dogs. He had all these measures, big old tall fence, all these things, and I always found it weird. Like, why do we so looks like we're ready for war or something? But this my friend said that it looked like a baboon. The only way he described it was on our porch looking at us on the couch. So my grandpa goes out, you know, with his rifle, and he looks around, turns on all the spotlights on the property. He didn't see anything. He came back in. He says, you know, you guys are probably just imagining it from the shows. And I didn't think about it then at all. I thought, like, man, what the heck? Honestly, I thought he was just hyping himself up from the scary movie we're watching. But now that I think about it, to see a baboon, that's got to be some kind of like a dogman or some kind of a different type of a Bigfoot or something. And they're down there in Hayes County. There's a lot of reports of them. So just for that to happen to us, thinking back all these years, I think, you know, when they came up and they seen us laughing and telling jokes and watching that movie made our fear, because we were pretty fearful, and it just showed itself for some reason. And but I looked and I didn't see anything, and then we heard it creak again. He looked and he screamed and he said it was a baboon. And I didn't get to see it though. So those are my, so whether it was a dogman or not, that's my story from when I was a kid. And my grandma, she knew about the wolfman, is what they called it back then. And I didn't really know about the dogman until, gosh, I gotta say 2018 with Tiberius here from the accounts that we had here in Idaho, that he asked me, he goes, maybe it was a dogman, you know, and I told him, I'm like, I don't know what. He goes, he goes, look, and he sent me this video about different types of Bigfoots and you know, with the feet, the 7 shoots, all these different scenarios and theories, and that's kind of what led me on the Dogman. But I mean, I always believed in Wolfman. It's just the term of Dogman kind of that's really first heard of it.
It's a pretty interesting encounter, even for as a kid. I mean, I can understand the thought process of hyping up because I've done that too with watching scary movies when I was a kid. I often have that. Like, I hear things, but really that's just my mind playing psychologically on me. But there are types of Dogman sighted that have been reported to be baboon-like, which is type the variant 1 that's often reported. Even with Sasquatch different types, there's been some that have questioned or seen it said it looked like a baboon. So it is believable, and the mention of it being in a hotspot of Bigfoot activity, and there is possible Dogman activity. I mean, it's a very huge hotspot, to say the least. But now I want to transition over to Tiberius. Now, Tiberius, your first encounters with seeing cryptid and so on, where did it all start?
Well, to give you just a little bit of information, I'm a third generation Idahoan, and my family roots go back to Louisiana and Arkansas. My great grandfather on my mother's side was a Cajun, so there's stories about that, and we could talk about it another time. So some of this stuff is not unfamiliar to my family because we've always been backwoods. My family moved from Idaho. I was born in the mid-70s, and my family moved from here because there wasn't a lot of jobs in the area we lived in. My dad got a job in the state of Washington. So all of my youth, until I was about 19 when I moved back to Idaho, I grew up in the state of Washington, which is in the Northwest. And my dad was cowboying on a reservation called Wet Swan. And I was probably about between the age of 3 to 4 years old when we lived there. And let me ask you this: do you remember the movie The Neverending Story?
Yes.
Do you remember the Great Muffin Serpent?
Yes, I do.
Imagine that creature with amber colored eyes. Okay, picture. So when I saw the Neverending Story, it freaked me out. I'm going to tell you why. Because I have had experienced some kind of a trauma that changed my life and sent me to what I do for a living now and what I used to do. When we were living up there on the reservation, I remember as a young child looking through the big picture windows and looking at these two. I thought they were monsters. I didn't know what else to call them. But these two giant, black, muddy-looking things with these amber eyes looking at me. And it terrorized me. I still have dreams. I can remember dreams of the house that we lived in and having the experience of seeing these creatures out in the yard. And I remember screaming with no sound coming out of my voice because I was so terrified and then just sitting there looking at me. Meanwhile, while I lived in that house, my parents testified. And I use legal terms because the job that I do now, I work for, I got to be careful with my of what I get out of my life. I work for a state department.
Hey, what you
And
after
I
there,
work as an
Panzer?
investigator for the federal government. So I've got to be careful. My parents would say that in my room there was a bathroom around the corner from my bedroom, and every night at the same time, they would see the outline of a little girl ghost going into my bedroom. And they'd go in there, and I'd be talking to something and playing with something in the dark. So I've got that going on, just remembering seeing these creatures. And all I remember moving from Alpharez to another place called Centerville, Washington. My dad said that something was going on with the cattle, and it was no longer profitable for the ranch, for the ranch that he was working for on the res. And so that's all I remember. But once we moved out of that house, my mom said for 2 years I quit speaking. Something traumatic, she said, happened to me, and I didn't speak a word for 2 years. And so, from age of 3 to 4 to the age of 6-ish, I started speaking. And I remember pictures and images, but I don't remember much of my childhood other than that stuff. And so that was my first experience with it. I know we were going to talk about cryptids, but it was a kind of a paranormal cryptid experience with these creatures. These things that I saw several times. They reminded me of the servant off the Nothing off the Never Ending Story, that huge looking wolf thing that walked on 2 legs. And so that was my first memory of some kind of a cryptid type being. I didn't know what it was. I used to call them monsters. And I used to draw pictures of them. My mom has these pictures that I used to draw when I was in kindergarten and things like that, of different kinds of creatures and crazy stuff. She thought I was an over-imaginative kid. That was very traumatic for me. And ever since, 1977, when Leonard Nimoy came out with In Search Of, and of course the Patterson Gimlin film of Patty came out. Oh, dude, I was all over it. I was ordering books from the library. They had to ship them to our house because we didn't have a local library. The town we lived in was a small farming community with 100 people, or 100 families, excuse me. And then about 10 miles away was a larger city, or to us it was a city. I'm a backwoods redneck. And it was about 8,000 people that lived there. But my second encounter that I had was again in the state of Washington. It's in a place called Clickitat County. There's a lot of activity there. And this is switching to my first Bigfoot sign that I came across. I was about 10 years old. I think it was like 84 or 85, around there. And we were having a family reunion at a place called Brooks Park. You can look it up on the internet. And it's a vast campground in just below the Yakima Indian Reservation. And I was out there, and I was at a weird age because I had cousins about 5 years younger than me, and the other cousins were 4 or 5 years older than me. So I was by myself. So I was doing what young boys do, who have a pocket knife and a 22 and whatever, and that love to make their own camps and things like that. And I had one of those uncles, there was a great uncle that kind of took interest in me because I didn't have anybody my age during family reunions. And I found this footprint that I showed it to him, and he measured it, and I remember it being about 60 inches long and about 5.5 inches wide. And he got really scared and said, "Son, you're going to come with me, and we're going to spend the next couple of days in the cabin." And he pulled out a fifth of whiskey and started drinking. And I don't know. And he was from the northern Seattle area. So that whole family reunion, I was in the cabin with him, doing things with him, and giving me a new pocket knife, and $20 to stay at the cabin. Hey, we'll go read you that age. So that was my first physical experience of seeing something related to Sasquatch. But my first physical encounter, I have never seen I've seen things that look like a Dogman more than I've seen things physical like Sasquatch. Because every time I've had a Sasquatch encounter, or what I thought was Sasquatch, was behind a bush or a tree or something like that. Back in the mid-80s, we had a recession, kind of like what we just went through in 2009. My dad lost his job, and the farm that we had, my dad couldn't make payments. So we moved from that little town that I told you of 100 families, to that town of almost 78,000 families. And we moved into a little shack on the edge of town. And my dad got a job at a lumber yard. And there was a creek that flowed through there called the Little Quickett. And when we moved out there, my parents were on the verge of a divorce. And this is what I find really interesting. My parents were on the verge of a divorce because of financial things and some other things that I still don't know to this day, and that's not important. And I moved into a bigger city. To me, that was a huge city. And I'm 13 years old at this time, getting ready to go into 8th grade, 7th, 8th grade age. I have no friends, but I see the creek in the woods behind the house. It was less than 200 yards. And then that's where I know what's due and who I am. Grab my fishing pole, and I'm a man of faith because of a lot of my experiences. I've had some supernatural experiences that have pushed me to be a man of faith. I've been the senior pastor of a church for over 20 years. Well, I've been pastor for 20 years. I'm a senior pastor for about 2 years. I've spent 15 years in the missionary field, so I've been around the world. So at this time, 13 years old, I'm going to church, things like that. And I go to this creek. First weekend, we moved into this little shack. My mom, myself, my dad, my sister, my mom and my dad are working on marriage. And I go down this creek and I start fishing. And this creek's probably at the widest, 25, 30 feet at the widest, but it narrows and widens, narrows and widens. And I find I'm about 2 miles from my house, and I'm fishing, catching rainbow trout, German browns, having a good old time. In front of me is this huge cotton tree.
Yeah.
Cotton trees.
Glad you made it back, high tech.
This thing was about 40 feet tall and probably, I'm going to say, 20, 25 feet wide with foliage. And on the other side of that tree, there was something. I was sitting there fishing. All of a sudden, it got really deafening quiet. I don't know if you understand what deafening quiet is, but there's no squirrels, no birds, there's nothing. It is so quiet, there's a ringing in your ears quiet. And I feel unwelcome, I feel uneasy, I feel panic, I feel terror. And I hear on the other side of the creek, I hear somebody walking. And when it gets behind this tree at the base, I think it's probably maybe 3 feet in diameter, 2 feet, I don't know about that. All of a sudden, this thing just starts rattling and shaking, like something's shaking. And I hear, can I make a sound? I hear the sound of, and it's here, I almost peed myself. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I think I know what this thing is. From the Patterson Gimlin film, from all the research, all the books that I've read, from this tiny age that we had access to. And I never saw anything, but I could hear this thing. And what I did was I decided, my life is in such turmoil. If something's going to take my life, let it happen. Because my family's on the verge of divorce, we're financially bankrupt, I'm overwhelmed in this new city. I don't know what to do. I'm going to stand my ground and fish. And I started singing songs from my Sunday school that I used to be a part of. And when I did that, it got real calm. And it was like, I felt peace. And then whatever it was, I spoke to it. I said, I'm not going to fear you because I have nothing to lose for. So I have nothing to lose. Because in a family, I used to be a marriage counselor. In a family, the thing that will make or break a child's life is a relationship with a mother and father. When they break, it is traumatic. It breaks you. And at that point, I didn't feel like I had anything to live for. But I kept going back to the creek and I kept going back to the creek to the point where I didn't feel unwelcome. I felt like I was being watched. And whenever I catch fish, I'd clean them and I'd throw the guts and head on the other side of the creek. After a while, it's like nobody in the neighborhood would be down at the creek after dark. It's too scary. And I felt I didn't camp down there. I never crossed the creek. I felt that that was a no-no, but I was still on the same creek. But after about 4 months, I felt welcome, and there was areas I felt like I shouldn't go, so I didn't. Just listen to that sixth sense, the eye of your heart. I don't know how else to explain it, but it felt like I was being watched, and it felt like it was okay. I felt like I found a place where I belong, because I grew up in the back. The city stuff was so strange to me, and I felt I want more peace in the woods there. And what's really unfortunate is I had a hound, a black and tan blue chip hound that I used to keep squirrel hunting. She used to track me, and one day she got out, and one day she never came back. And that was really unusual. Either she got hit by a car, or I don't know what happened. But that was kind of traumatic for me. But after that, after a year and a half there, um, my parents ended up working through it, and we were able to move back down the farm, because they were able to work out some financial things. But that was my first experience of seeing some kind of a cryptid thing that I interacted with physically like that. And so
It has to be pretty traumatic at such a young age, to go through such a turmoil with family and then to have something almost like a life, like an out-of-body experience in a way, just affect you at such a young age. And often, too, people have stood ground when it comes to these cryptid encounters, despite what the situation is. And personally, it's work. So whether it's the work of the unique of song and how it affected it, very much so could be the case. And personally, it sounds like that could have been easily the case. But even in the positive route of how it went about, following that sort of situation. But for even after all those years of seeing it, how has it changed you? How has your perspective been now following that?
I have learned to trust my, I want to say, inner senses, and I have learned that what we're told is not necessarily the truth. And I've learned to seek out my own truth and to seek out my own answers and not to trust the powers that be that will rule us, if I can put it in those terms. Because the things that are out there and what is claimed to be out there, I think there's two different stories. And I've become hypersensitive, hypervigilant about things, situations, scenarios. You could say that I kind of grew up being paranoid. And I used to be on a lot of medication for that, for paranoia and things like that, mood altering things to keep my mood pushing extreme. But now I take an Advil once in a while for headaches. But so that's kind of how it's changed for me. And I've got an open mind. When somebody comes to me with a story, I usually have a Sasquatch sticker on my truck. I don't know if you're a true redneck, you at least don't chew trucks. That's how Lobo and we met. He saw the Sasquatch sticker on my truck. He started telling me about Sasquatch. And I'm like, oh, we're kindred spirits here. And so I've been able as a counselor, and I've been a grief and PTSD traumatic counselor, and I've been a counselor for a hospice program for death and dying and things like that. So I've been able to listen to people's experiences and say, you know what, you're not crazy. You know what, you experienced something. And if it's truth for you, truth is truth. even if it doesn't fit in the box of what we call reality, the reality of what's really real is bigger than what we just said in our public school system.
I have to agree with that. I mean, personally, going to school now, even just seeing how the books are played, it is very controversial. And on top of the things that we know or don't know, but that is a pretty good way of putting it. And I do have to agree with what you said. But I want to talk to you guys now, both of what you guys have seen together. Now, you guys get together and share similar experiences. Where did it all start from there? How did it begin?
So, just so you guys know, Tiberius and I, we got an awesome, unique relationship. We're really good friends. Him, being a federal investigator and me being full-time ministry for a church, it's a pretty interesting mix because, the whole, the church and state thing, right? Like, it's a good combination. And he's really with facts, investigating and, numbers and all that. And then he has a faith background. It's like, okay, well, the numbers don't add up, but this is what I saw. So how did that come up in mix? So when we, for just to let you guys know about our area again, we live in the desert area of Idaho, which is a valley, and it's interesting because it's called the Magic Valley, and just that in itself is just shows you how it is. But we live in a valley, to the north of us we have the Rocky Mountains. We got the Sawtooth Mountains, the Smoky Mountains. To the south of our town, we have the more of the Sawtooth Mountains, the Magic Mountains, that's another awesome name, the South Hills, and then we have the canyon right here in the city of Twin Falls, which is the deepest gorge in America. It's actually deeper than the Grand Canyon, and so it's huge. It's just a vast canyon with cave systems. We have cave systems north of us. There's hundreds of miles. I mean, people come from all over the world. They do tours there. There's a mammoth cave and the ice cave, and there's a lot of undocumented ones that the high school kids go to. They party and they have, there's a lot of darkness goes on. Yeah, and a lot of the government doesn't want you to know about. We know those. We can go to those places that are not on the map, and we could show you, they're here, but nobody wants you to know about them. So anyway, that's where we live. And if you go into the canyon here, there's a big canyon, and then on the south side of town is where I live. There's a Rock Creek Canyon, and this canyon is smaller than the main one on the other side of town, but it's still, you go down there and it's like a jungle. There's swamps, it's just lush, wetlands. It's amazing. You go down there, it feels like you're in Amazon or something. It's crazy. So that's where we had, Tiberius and I, our first experience, us being dummies. Okay, and I'm saying this because we go down, we get together and we say, hey, we should go look down there. We know there's.
This is Tiberius. Sorry to interrupt. What we do is, for this COVID-19 thing, we would go every Friday and meet in this canyon for lunch and spend an hour just talking about our day, talking about spiritual things, cryptid things, whatever. And so that's where it all started.
That's true. That's exactly where it started. So one day we got this crazy idea for us to go to the canyon and just to walk around and just to see what's down there. And so we weren't planning on being there after dark. So we didn't take our flashlights. And those of you who don't know, like the canyon life, above the canyon, it could be daylight, and inside the canyon, it gets dark really fast. It's a lot faster, and when it gets dark, it's like pitch black. So we go down there and we start walking around, and we go into this route that's you're not allowed to go on, right? So we start walking around there, and then we watched it because we weren't allowed to. It's just we like to boundaries and look, we want to find truth for ourselves. So we start walking down there, and then we pluck this piece of grass out, and if some of you guys you put it between your thumbs, and you could do like rabbit screams, and to go on predators and whatnot. So we did that, just kind of messed around, and all of a sudden, these magpies just surrounded us, screaming, and then they took off, and then a fox jumped out. Tiberius saw a fox, and then we really flew off. We heard a mountain lion, which was close by us, and just so you know, the goes through the middle of the south side of Twin Falls. So it's in the middle of the city, all the way to the Snake River. So we're walking around down there, and we hear this mountain lion, and we're like, oh snap! We're hitting. Stuff ain't real when you have a cougar that screaming at you. So we back up and we start going the other way of the canyon. We start walking. Understand this? I don't even interrupt. I'm always on. I am paranoid and always on. This time I've got a Black Hawk with 41 Magnum on me. Yeah, so he's packing heat, and I feel comfortable. I'm like, okay, he's packing some heat. I don't have anything on me. I have a pocket knife, which is, I don't know what that's going to do, but we're walking, and we don't have any flashlights. And there's something about it where, and we can get into this more on the paranormal side, but when you go down there, people have a tendency of getting lost, a tendency of staying down there longer than they should be, running out of supplies, all things like that. So we're walking. Yeah, there's no logical reason why. In your front yard. It's really strange. So we're walking, and all of a sudden, we realize that it's dark. It's dark. It's 15 minutes, it's pitch black, and we're like, oh man, we messed up, bro. Like we're like at least 30 minutes away from an hour from the car, and it's pitch black. We don't have flashlights, so we just go. We start walking, and that's when we start hearing the twigs snapping, the brush rustling. We start hearing stuff around us, and I love it at Tiberius. He grew up paranoid. He's always on the lookout, right? So when you get somebody that confirms your fear or confirms what you think you just witnessed, you're like, no, I didn't see that. You don't say anything, and somebody confirms it. Well, that's what happened at night. We're walking, and this large black figure on two legs. I mean, we're hearing all these noises, right? So we know something's out there. We know it's either following us, or like it's paralleling us, and all of a sudden this figure off on the trail runs across the trail, and it's pitch black, and whatever it was blacker than black. It was darker than darkness, and I didn't see anything because I thought my eyes were playing tricks. I'm like, I hope my eyes are playing tricks, and I didn't see anything. And about a second, 2 seconds passed. He says something. He goes, a figure just crossed the path in front of us, and I freaked out. We went back and measured. Yeah, I freaked out because I was so scared, like the fear, the pucker factor, my heart was going, and I didn't have I had a knife, he had the gun, but still we're walking, and I saw it in my worst fear, and I was like, man, I think he was following me. I didn't want to tell him because we're fairly new and hanging out. Like, I think he was following us, something's paralleling us. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my flashlights. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm making home tonight. And I'm freaking out, and all of a sudden, the creature crosses in front of us, and my heart dropped, and I didn't see anything. And he said it just passed in front of us, and I lost it. I grabbed him by the arm, like, we gotta go, bro, we gotta go. And I start freaking out, and he's got his gun pointed already, and we're backing up, and we're trying to figure out a way out of there, and we go trapped. And we walk, and I'm sure I was praying in my mind, he's praying, we're watching our back, we could hear it following us the whole time. There was at least two, and so we finally make it back to the car, and just so you guys know, my house, literally right now where I'm doing this recording, is down the street from this canyon. It's like literally it's yeah, you can walk down there. Me, my wife, and my kids, we go all the time to the canyon, right? So we make it up back to the car and we drive to my house, which is down the street. And we're trying to, we come back here to the house and we're like, dude, what just happened? And yet we started drinking right away. We opened up the bottle, we started drinking, we started talking because we were like, what just happened? Right? And that's not just the scariest part. This is what changed my life forever. Um, about a week after that, and this is November. This is about when we went, we looked, it was November 2018, and this is December now, and this is what has rattled my dreams. This is what has haunted my wife. This is terrorized my kids. Something followed me home. It had to, and this really bothers me. And we've since bought. I mean, I got some high-powered rifles. I got weapons everywhere because it just freaks me out when I go out to go throw the garbage at night. When I go to get something in the car at freaking night, I'm freaked out because I'm down the street in this canyon, and what I'm about to tell you is not a lie. It's 100% real. And so in December, which is weeks after our little investigation down there, my wife tells me, my wife tells me in the morning, she says, hey, she says, something jumped on our roof last night. I'm like, what? She goes, something big right above our bedroom jumped on our roof, and it was like 2, 3, or 4, somewhere around there in the morning, and it was big and loud. And I'm like, are you serious? She goes, I was. She said it sounded massive, and she said she couldn't move, she couldn't wake me up, and I was sleeping. And she stayed awake as long as she could, and she couldn't move, and finally she was able to move, and she couldn't hear anything. And she was thinking maybe it was a dream or something. And so she told me, so I go outside, and it's snow already, right? So I go outside and I look on my roof, and it's snowing all night, and there's tracks on my roof, but the snow is covered down so you can see them a little bit. And I'm like, no freaking way. Something was on my roof. And I look on the neighbor's house, and on their roof, there's tracks also. And on the neighbor on the other side, there's tracks also. And then the canyon's like right down the street. So I'm thinking, I'm like, what the heck? Something was on their roof, and it traveled on our roofs to the canyon. So I'm like blown away. And I'm like, man, this is not real. What's going on here? 1 or 2 nights pass by, and by the way, every night I'm paranoid. We're not going outside. And if you guys don't know what a blizzard is in Idaho, the snow is so heavy, it's so cold, it comes everywhere. If you wear a jacket, it's like blowing. It's like a blizzard, a whirlwind of snow, and it's so loud you can't hear somebody honking outside your house. If somebody with your house and honking, you can't hear them. That's what a blizzard is in Idaho, and so every night is like that. It's just a freezing blizzard. Travel advisory. Nobody's supposed to drive because the roads are so full of snow and icy and all that. So we're just at home and going out paranoid, and I'm just like thinking about all this stuff, right? And then a couple nights after that, I'm sleeping, and something wakes me up. I don't know what it was, but something woke me up. I think it was a funk. It woke me up, and because I don't wake up, when those of you who are listening, please follow us. If you wake up at night and you don't know why, something woke your senses up, and you don't understand why. So you get up and you check on your family, check the doors, check the windows, all that stuff. So I did that. I woke up. I'm like, something woke me up. I was already on edge, and so I go and I check on all of our doors. They're all locked. The windows are locked. I go and look at the baby's room. My children are sleeping. wife is sleeping, so I look out the blinds, the blizzard's going, I'm like, something woke me up, and then the blizzard stops, it like stops, the wind stops, and then it starts turning to a calm night, so I go back to bed, and I wake up, a few hours later, and I think, you know what, I'm gonna go look on the roof. I'm like, what if, just by some crazy thought, what if something woke me, what if I heard the thump or something, and so I go out there, and sure enough, there's more tracks, but this time there was no fresh snow. And those are the pictures. I've sent those to Chris. I've put them on there, the ones before that are covered in snow, and you can see them, and then I put the ones that are not covered, and you can see it right above the tracks, right above my window, or above my bedroom on my roof, where something is walking, and it looks like there's two legs. I mean, it was there bipedal, and that's what woke me up. And so and I couldn't believe it. And that, we went and that's what I went and bought my firearm. I invested in a lot of money in an alarm system. All of our windows, all of our doors have alarm system. So if anything happens, it's really loud and it wakes us all up, just in case my kid try to go out at night or somebody tries to draw one of them out or who knows what, just to give me a heads up that something's going down. I have every entrance in my home that is alarmed and ready. and just thinking about that, that's not the way somebody should live, right? And I think about it, and I'm like, and I look down the street and I see the canyon, and I'm like, there's something sketchy about this place. And so that's my experience. That's where we went, and that's where we first encountered this. And that's when I was talking to Tiberius, and I told him, and he's on roll. He's always like, I'll be at your house. I'll come with firearms. I'm bringing my son. And him, he's no joke because he's got the advantage of being a federal agent. He's got resources. He's got the whole show, right? So he told me, he goes, I don't think it was a Sasquatch. He told me because I thought it was a Bigfoot. I'm like, man, maybe that was a Bigfoot we saw across our path that night. And he's like, I don't know if that was a Bigfoot. And he goes, maybe it was a juvenile. He goes, maybe I think it was a Dogman. He told me. And that's where Dogman, that's when I really first heard of Dogman. Like, what the heck? I'm like, I was trying to process it. And then he sent me a video of these different types. And I think it was Simba and Bear who talked about it.
Me too there, Julie.
Research.
We got these zombified in the house.
And all this stuff. That's
right there, Gypsy.
Which
Oh,
I believe
God.
Man here in our canyon, whether if it was migrating, traveling, or if it lived.
What happened to zombified?
But I do know it was down the street, and it was on my roof, and my life hasn't been the same. I've had dreams about this. My wife has had dreams. My kids have had dreams. They didn't even know about it, but they were telling me about. I got little ones about these creatures trying to come in the home, just weird stuff. And so, me being a pastor, it's, I don't want to give too much information, but it's a pretty, it's the biggest church here in the Magic Valley, right? There's a lot of people, we know a lot of people, there's 3,000 members, and anyway, so me being around a face.
Oh, getting ready for bed, huh?
What I say.
Yeah, I like watching y'all's gift wars there, PLE and the zombified.
But that's what happened, and that's the life I live every day. And here later on, we're going to talk about more encounters and what just happened recently, something I told Chris about, where I actually had to call Tiberius and the Fish and Game.
And let me give you some facts. After this happened, I began to reach out to sister agencies here in Idaho, and there had been reports of large black dogs. And they thought first they were pack coyotes, and I got one report from one eyewitness that said that they thought there was a wolf. And since then, Lobo and I had been down there this last year. I don't remember the month, I think it was February this year, where we found prints of a wolf.
7:30 in LA, huh?
Almost a Siamese
See, I got 9:30 here in
Very
Destin.
much more bucks. If you look at the tracks, I grew up tracking hunting fishing. You can tell the difference between a buck and a doe. And we got pictures of that. I don't know if you sent me
Connect them to Chris.
but so I went and I looked at the facts and I looked at the other people's testimonies. People's dogs have been going missing, going in the brush, or hearing something and the dog doesn't come out, can't find it. So I can testify to that as far as
That sound like the Dudley boys. Oh, brother, let me testify.
animal control here in the city. So
I got it.
Yeah, and then if you have any questions, Chris, because we have another time that we went on Halloween night,
Ooh,
2019.
what you been doing today, the zombie bud?
Stupid, but it was a lot of fun, and I don't recommend this to anybody who knows our area because we're giving up the location. Don't do it anymore. Don't go on Halloween at night to a place where you haven't inside where things are happening.
You're very welcome there,
Yeah,
Julia.
so that was
It's a probe. My God.
Halloween, we took an individual for fishing game.
Yeah,
I hope it's not a fishing game.
we took him with us.
We're gonna call it
3:30. Where the hell you at, PLE?
40 feet or something like that. Kind of, Alan said, and the eye shine was so, he was scared.
Now, can I ask you?
What's going on?
Before we do leave,
Am I saying I push it on?
it wouldn't be safe to say that this is what we've been doing lately.
About what happened with
We've been
Chuck?
creating a shout out page, or at least for me, a plug-in page that is always beneficial to other content creators out there. A lot of people that I follow on Twitter have a lot of interesting things. I think it's important that as other
Well, there's
content
supposed to have
creators
been a
that kind of
guy that
grow,
poisoned Chuck
it's important that
then.
we engage and discuss with others as well. And you guys take a look at their content.
So they have a name
First and
now.
foremost, you guys like Paranormal Activity.
Four
I
of
want
them.
you guys to check out Clown's Paranormal Adventures. Clown goes out to some pretty abandoned areas, some graveyards, and even during this COVID outbreak, has pretty seen some interesting things. Ghost Shriders UK, Sam Farrell was who I had on my show 2 weeks ago. That's his channel. Feel free to check it out, folks. Pretty interesting content. Much like Clown investigating abandoned areas, and he pretty much checks out some pretty crazy places in the UK. So if you guys are looking for some crazy paranormal adventures, I want you guys to check out those two channels respectively. On top of that, another paranormal investigative channel, Beyond the Veil Investigations. A duo couple that investigates and checks out some pretty crazy content. I think you guys would like that, especially if it's a duo. I think duos are always beneficial and makes a good channel creation because of the personalities and the mix they can deliver between both. So please check out Beyond the Veil Investigations as well. Now, folks, if you guys are a content creator and you yourself would like to have your show plugged in and a shout out, feel free to let me know down below. Or if you'd like to send me an email in reference to it, whether it works both ways, feel free to.
That's been a
Hear what
good
these two gentlemen
episode.
had to say in reference to their encounters and what they had came across when they were doing their duo investigation together. I think it's pretty crazy to think that Idaho has a series of array of Dogman and Bigfoot encounters. I've looked at the Dogman map, the Bigfoot maps, and reports in Idaho. I have to say that a lot of the reports, there's a lot of green, a lot of red. So I think that it's safe to say that there are Bigfoot and Dogmen in the state of Idaho. More importantly, I believe these men have seen something that they cannot explain. And I think, too, at the same time, like many others out there who have encounters, it's something that you can't really explain, especially because of the content matter. But, folks, before we do conclude tonight's show, this is, again, part one of a series of 2 parts that we're doing with these 2 guests. And as you know, Ryan was not there for this past interview because of some audio constraints. But overall, folks, we'll see Ryan again for the next interview. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this show, feel free to always like and feel free to share and subscribe. YouTube's algorithm has kind of compromised younger content creator shows. In this case, content shows that do not exceed over 50K subscribers. So it'd be very beneficial if you guys like, subscribe, and share this content out there. If you are new to my channel and like what you're seeing, of course, after all, please feel free. Now, if you'd like to, we have a Venomous Fringe Facebook page. You guys are going to take a look at it if you like. Also a Facebook group if you guys would like to join. Engage with me and Ryan on social media. We have a bunch of social media links down below, from Twitters to Instagrams to also, if you guys would like to get in contact with me, you can leave me an email at thevenomousfringe@gmail.com. We'll see you guys over the weekend for another episode. You guys have a good evening.
Alrighty, that was the Venomous Fringe. Hey, it's an awesome channel. Hope y'all go check them out. Dude, check out Through the Veil, Past Life Explorer, Gypsy Road, The Zombie Flood, Fox Adventures. Hope y'all have a good one there for this Saturday night here. Don't drink too much and be feeling too bad there tomorrow. Like that song say, don't drink and drive, do the watermelon crawl. Y'all have a good one. I'm thinking shut it down for tonight. I think go back to promote some family channel members channels there. Try to help some channels grow. Appreciate everybody that showed up. One's watching. Appreciate the subscribers, the followers on Twitter. Y'all fam, and y'all appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you in a few.